Imagine being born into chaos before you even take your first breath. Imagine inheriting not just a fortune, but a lifetime of tragedy, secrets, and a name the world refuses to let you escape. This is the story of Frances Bean Cobain, the daughter of two of rock's most hunted legends. But behind the fame and fortune lies a truth far darker and far more heartbreaking than anyone ever realized. What really happened to the little girl left behind by Kurt Cobain, and how has she survived the ghosts of a past she never chose? Stay with me because once you hear what Francis lived through, you will never look at the Cobain legacy the same way again. Frances Bean Cobain was born in August 1992 to Nirvana's Kurt Cobain and Hall's Courtney Love. From the beginning, her life was a headline. Allegations that Courtney used heroin while pregnant led to investigations and custody battles before Francis could ever walk. Despite the chores, Kurt loved his daughter fiercely, calling her his little angel. In his heartbreaking suicide note, Kurt mentioned Francis directly, fearing he would become the absent father he never wanted to be. When Kurt took his own life in 1994, Francis was just 20 months old, left with only memories captured in photos and the weight of a legacy she never asked for. After Kurt's death, Francis was primarily raised by Courtney, but life remained turbulent. Courtney's struggle with addiction and mental health meant Francis often stayed with her grandmother or aunts. Growing up, Frances was not just a teenager dealing with typical problems. She was the daughter of two of the most mythologized figures in rock history. Constantly under a spotlight she never chose, many assumed she would follow in her parents' footsteps into music. Instead, Frances turned to visual arts and modeling, carving her own identity away from guitars and stage. She described creating arts as therapy, a way to process the grief and noise of her life. Yet, despite avoiding the stage, fame still chased her. In interviews, she often spoke about feeling like a symbol, not a person, someone the world projected their fantasies into. When she turned 18, Frances inherited a massive portion of Kurt's estate, instantly becoming wealthy beyond imagination, but the money brought no comfort. She once said she would give it all up for just 5 more minutes with her father. Managing Kurt's legacy, fighting conspiracy theories, and maintaining her privacy became her priority. Her relationship with Courtney remained fractured. In 2009, Frances gained legal independence from her mother, citing concerns about country's behavior. Though they have tried to reconnect over the years, deep bonds remain still. Frances acknowledges their love, though it's complicated and often painful. In 2014, Frances executive produced Montage of Heck, a raw documentary about Kurt's life. It was not just a project, it was personal. Though she showed the world the vulnerable, broken man behind the rock legend, the father she barely knew but never stopped missing. Frances also faced battles in her personal life. She married musician Isaiah Silva in 2014, but their divorce turned ugly. At the center of their dispute was one of rock history's most priceless artifacts, the guitar Kurt Cobain played during Nirvana's MTV Unplugged performance. Isaiah claimed Frances had gifted it to him. Frances fought back, determined to keep the heirloom within her family. After a bitter battle, the guitar stayed with Silva, a painful loss in more ways than one. Through it all, Frances has shown incredible resilience. She has been open about her struggles with addiction, depression, and body image. In one striking moment, she wrote, "It's okay to learn into broken parts, because that's where the light comes through." A reminder that survival sometimes means embarrassing the cracks, not hiding them. Today, Frances Bean Cobain is not just the daughter of Kurt and Courtney. She is an artist, a survivor, and a woman who refuses to let her past define her. She carries a name she shaped a generation, but she refuses to let it crush her. Instead, she creates her own path, one built not on tragedy but on strength. Still, on questions lingers, how do you live when the world keeps asking you to be a ghost? Frances has found her answer by turning her pain into art, her grief into resilience, and her family is hunting legacy into something new, something entirely her own. And somewhere deep inside, the echo of a father's love still lingers, a soft, hunting lullaby that reminds Frances Bean Cobain that she was never just a symbol, she was and always will be loved.